What if the most dangerous, healing, and deeply hidden truths of your entire existence were buried not in a vault, but within a lifetime of unposted mail? In Virginia Evans' fiercely acclaimed, award-winning debut masterpiece, The Correspondent, listeners are invited into the brilliant, sharp-tongued, and intensely private world of Sybil Van Antwerp. At 73 years old, Sybil is a fiercely independent retired lawyer living in Annapolis, gradually losing her eyesight but completely unwilling to lose her edge. To navigate her fracturing world, her complicated relationship with her adult children, and the deep-seated grief of a child lost decades ago, Sybil sits down every morning to engage in her lifelong ritual, writing letters. She fires off witty, biting, and unapologetically candid missives to everyone from her infuriating local gardening club and her estranged family members to literary giants like Joan Didion and Larry McMurtry to tell them exactly what she thinks of their books. But beneath her prickly, defensive armor lies a quiet mystery. Hidden among her meticulous records is a series of unsent letters written to an unknown recipient, and within those pages rests a dark, unresolved secret she has edited out of her life for decades. The true majesty of this narrative lies in the exquisite, slow-burn unfolding of Sybil's character through the dying art of the epistolary format. Instead of a traditional linear plot, Evans maps out a brilliant domestic puzzle made entirely of letters and emails sent between 2012 and 2022. Sybil is not written to be a universally compliant, gentle grandmother. She is rigid, hypocritical, fiercely intelligent, and often deeply condescending to those around her. Yet, watching this complex woman wrestle with her own flaws, her past trauma, and the terrifying vulnerability of aging creates an incredibly intimate and profound listening experience. Every single correspondence functions as a compelling monologue, shifting effortlessly from laugh-out-loud funny observations about small-town life to raw, devastating reflections on human frailty and lost love. As an investigative journalist begins poking into her history and her eyesight continues to fade, Sybil is forced to decide whether to keep her walls up or risk lowering her defenses to make amends with the world. Beyond the brilliant family drama and sharp intellectual wit, The Correspondent is a masterclass in exploring the passage of time and the weight of unspoken words. The novel beautifully tackles themes of adoption, marital regret, the heavy burden of keeping secrets, and the unexpected grace that comes from finding solace in literature and human connection. It is a story that honors the messy, unvarnished truth of a life fully lived, illustrating with breathtaking tenderness that it is never too late to transform, forgive, or find redemption. The pacing mimics the deliberate, unhurried cadence of a handwritten note, allowing the emotional weight of Sybil's memories to fully wash over the listener. Supported by a vibrant, rich circus of secondary characters who respond to Sybil's scolds and struggles, the audiobook version is an absolute triumph of vocal performance. The ensemble production breathes vivid, distinct life into every recipient, making each exchange feel like a live, breathing conversation. It is a deeply moving, melancholy, yet ultimately uplifting journey that will leave listeners in tears and deeply reflective of their own life choices. Ultimately, The Correspondent delivers an unforgettable audio experience that proves the hardest letters to write are always the ones we are most afraid to send, and that growing older can be a truly glorious, transformative thing.